Hi folks, Jordan from VGC here with a preview of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the Indigo Disk. Now, we recently got the chance to take a trip to the Pokemon Company to play the brand new DLC for around an hour, and I'm here to tell you all about it. Now, a consistent problem with the Pokemon series over the last few years is that it's just a bit too easy, and this was an even bigger problem when it came to the DLC. For most players, past DLC was released after they'd already been grinding the main game for years and were likely equipped with tons of top level Pokemon. That meant that no matter what the challenges the DLC posed, sheer power could swiftly alleviate them. The Indigo Disk looks to change that. Set at Blueberry Academy, a school in the Unova region, yes, that Unova region, you're invited to explore the new location and take on some of the toughest trainers yet seen in a Pokemon game. You're also given access to a huge open world terrarium that shifts between 4 different biomes, so there's a coastal shore, a snowy peak, a vast canyon, and a dry savannah. During our preview session, we got to run around the open area for almost an hour, catching Pokemon and battling trainers. While in some ways this is a very transparent way to reintroduce dozens and dozens of old friends, including every single starter Pokemon, it's also a glimpse into what awaits you when you take on the DLC's main campaign battles. Battles in the Indigo Disk are tough. Not only are the Pokemon much higher level than battles in the first game's DLC, however it's currently unknown how the scaling will work, but often they have competitive movesets and competitive items. For the preview, we had a set team of Pokemon around level 80, including the brand new Duraludon evolution Archaludon. That didn't stop us from getting absolutely stomped by a random fighting type trainer with a Hitmonlee-Hitmon top combination that we weren't prepared for. The battles in the Indigo Disk are difficult to prepare you for the game's main narrative, which involves challenging the Blueberry Academy Elite Four. Like previous Elite Fours, these trainers are going to be extremely tough challenges. Throw in the 2v2 competitive format and teams that were built by people who clearly understand the metagame of Pokemon battling, and it's a steep hill to climb. Each Elite Four member will also have an Elite Four challenge, which is a puzzle that one will have to complete before challenging the trainer themselves. During our preview, we faced Amarys's challenge, which saw us ride on the back of Koraidon or Miraidon depending on your version, in order to fly through some hoops in the open area. This part was fairly easy, which we assume was a cruel joke to set us up for the absolute smackdown we took at the hands of Amarys's team. We can't talk specifics here about what Pokemon she had, but it was both incredibly strong and battled us with AI far more sophisticated and punishing than anything found in a Pokemon game in some years. The Indigo Disk feels like an area that would have been added to a third release of a generation back in the days where you would get Ruby, Sapphire and Emerald. The most significant DLC released so far, the wild areas are an enjoyable way to collect old pals and seem to be full of new trainers and puzzles to solve. The real fun is in the DLC's main challenge, the brand new Elite Four, which from the one battle we undertook isn't to be taken lightly and breezed through in an afternoon. Our main question is whether the game will teach players how to come up against these strong trainers, as well as the more in-depth mechanics of the battling in the Pokemon series that have been in the games for years, but have mostly been stayed away from in the main games. Hanging over all this DLC is the Spectre of Terapagos, a brand new legendary Pokemon that will be introduced in the DLC and is central to the mystery of the 19th Terra type. While we didn't see anything of this quest during our preview, the references to not only this but the wider Pokemon world we did run into make us extremely excited to jump in to what is likely the closing chapter of the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet story. The Indigo Disk is extremely promising and is looking likely to be the best Pokemon DLC ever released. We're extremely excited to jump in to the game when it releases in December. If you're excited for the Indigo Disk, let us know in the comments below and let us know which Pokemon you'll be looking out for when you jump in to Blueberry Academy this December. Thanks for watching, remember to subscribe to VGC and check out VGC.com for all your gaming news. Until next time, see you later.